Locally Owned Murfreesboro The Podcast. The people and the stories behind what makes Murfreesboro matter.
Where we get to know the people you need to know in and around the borough. What's up, Murfreesboro? Yep, that's all the energy you need for Wednesday morning. Welcome to another episode of Locally Owned Murfreesboro The Podcast, the most original podcast name ever. Typically, we're here with Missy and Marissa, but today we have a special guest. We have a repeat customer. Same channel, different day. Welcome to Kenzie Keene.
Welcome to Kenzie Keene. I'm a place.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so awesome. You said to Kenzie Keene. Wow. I was expecting to hear myself, but we're on right now.
Yeah.
People can hear me.
Yep.
Okay. Look there.
I'm not making you. Yep. Say hi.
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Hump day.
Yeah, hump day it is.
Yeah, normally we have fun headphones on where we can hear ourselves, but your hair looks so cute. I didn't want to mess with it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is 3-day-old hair.
Yay!
So, I know. It's pretty good.
All the women in there are going, yeah, girl.
Yep. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for having me, Missy.
You're
again.
so welcome. We've had you. You were one of our first guests. So now that we've gone video, we're like, we need to get to check-ins.
I was actually episode 12, which is my favorite number. So I was the 12th, but that's okay. Missy reached out to me a lot at the beginning, but I was scared. But
She was.
now
She's like, I'm gonna be on video. I'm gonna be queen. Hair flip.
Hair flip. Yes, memorize all y'all's stuff, all y'all's lingo.
Yeah, you want to do the intro for us?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Can I? Okay. Hold on. You got to get me started. I kind of need to hear the music.
Boop, 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 boop.
Welcome to Locally Owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. The people. I can't do it.
Oh my gosh,
Help
we got
me,
you
just-
stumped.
yeah.
The people and
the places that make Murfreesboro matter, where we get to know the people you need to know in and around the borough.
Look at that.
With your hosts, Marissa Callie and Missy Lay.
And guest host,
Kenzie
Keene.
Keene. Sorry, I botched it at the beginning. Oh,
That's
I
okay.
have that.
Oh yeah, I know. You sing along with us every time.
I
And then
do.
when the beat drops, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
That's what
And
you
then
gotta
when
do.
this or that comes on, are you like,
You can get with this or you can get with that.
There you go.
Yes, I do.
yeah, we're gonna sing that one too.
Okay, well, I'm ready. I'm
So
ready.
I went and saw the Transformers movie, and
Did you?
Black Sheep is in that, and like
you lie.
I was like, engine number 9.
There
I was so excited.
Was
Oh
it
my
good?
god, it was so good. My husband, my husband and daughter went to see it,
Mhm.
and so they just watched me watch it the whole time.
Eating popcorn, just looking at Missy the
There's
whole time.
spoiler alert.
I love
Cristo
spoilers.
Fernandez from Ted Lasso is a voice in that, and so like as soon as he started talking, I went, oh! And my
Oh.
husband started busting out laughing. He's like, I knew she was gonna freak
Yeah,
out.
she totally
It's
realized
Danny
that.
Rojas!
So he's a transformer. One
He
of them.
is a transformer. Yeah, and he's got his accent. The dude's like, wow, where'd you get that accent? He's like, what accent?
I didn't know I had one.
He's like, that was a little racist, hermano.
So we definitely need to go see it.
Yes, it's so fun.
Okay.
It's a good callback to like the original. Like,
Ooh, yes, the OGs.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Transformers. Okay.
Nice.
Y'all did not tune in to hear me sing.
No, we digressed a little.
We did.
We're gonna
So,
be bad at that, Missy. Already know it.
I know.
Okay.
Shiny balls,
Shiny
squirrels, the whole
balls.
thing.
Yeah, actually, I see. Yeah, a hair
Yeah.
in front of my face. Okay, a little floaty. So,
Okay. All the energy today. All right. So we're going to recap some of the cool things about you. And for all of our listeners who haven't gone back to listen to episode 12,
yeah.
what is wrong
What is
Anyway.
wrong with you?
So I know you
Mhm.
and I love you, but I want you to tell us a little bit more about you. So tell me, like, why Murfreesboro? What made you decide to open a business in Murfreesboro?
Well, I am very big on, I'm not big on change. I like everything to stay the same. So I'm born and raised here, just like Missy. Actually, I am born here. Ugh,
She beat me.
I did beat you, but this community has poured into me since I was born, from elementary school all the way up through high school, college.
And what high school did you go to?
I went to Smyrna High School, class of 97, Bulldog for life.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And so anyway, it's just meant so much to me, and it's just been so impactful for me. And I knew that I wanted to raise my kids here and to contribute to the community that gave so much to me. So that's why I'm here.
Speaking of kids, I just had a graduate.
So here's the thing.
How you doing, Mama?
I'm doing okay. She graduated about 3 weeks ago, but then immediately went for 16 days to Europe. So I just picked her up last night, actually at like 11:30 from the airport, and that was hard. She has not been away from me for more than a couple of days, being with her grandparents. So that was tough. But oh my goodness,
She loved it, didn't she?
She loved it.
Yeah.
The experience that she had. She got to go to England, France, Switzerland, and Italy. And
I'm so jealous.
Oh, I can't wait.
We didn't get to do that, did
We
we?
didn't get to do that. Mr.
See.
Rakes just took me to Gatlinburg for the top 10%. But yeah, she got to go. She had a great
Thanks,
time.
Mr. Rakes.
Thanks, Mr. Rakes. She had a really good time, and I can't wait to see the pictures. We're going to do a whole slideshow tonight. So
Nice.
But yes, so that's Bella. Can't forget about little Lily. And Lily is 16. She's about to be a junior at Siegel High School. She plays on the volleyball team. Volleyball for life.
Sports balls for life.
Yes, for sure. And that's my two kids. Of course, I have my husband. Can't forget about him.
He's an OG too. Like was born and raised in Middle Tennessee.
Actually, no, he's a mutt. So he was born in Fort Myers, Florida.
I love you,
and
Michael.
Then he lived in Louisiana for a bit, a big portion in Maine. And then he came here in 9th grade and has been here since 9th grade.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
So grew up in LA, Lower Antioch. So that's where he was. Yeah.
Man, that's a good callback. LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's my why. Was that good?
That was good. That's why Murfreesboro. So you had roots. You're continuing your roots.
Yes.
And is Bella going to go away for school? Is she going to do something fun? What's she going to do?
She is going to UTC.
Woohoo!
So,
go Mocs.
Yeah, go Mocs. She's very excited about that. She leaves in August. She is going to major in criminology. So she has wanted to do that for years and years. She loves criminal minds, and she wants to be in that back lab figuring out who done it. And
man,
we'll see if she's wanted that forever. I changed my major 4 times. We'll see if she sticks with one.
Same, 4 times.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what she's doing.
Nice job, Bella.
Bella.
Stick with it, girl.
Yeah.
And then Lily's going to be a junior. Holy cow. It's one thing when your kids grow up, but when you see other kids growing up, you're like, oh my God, that's happening to mine too.
Right. How is that possible?
I know. So they go to the other SHS.
Yes, they go to Siegel High School, Siegel Stars, which it's okay. Larry Creasy's the principal. He was my economics teacher at Smyrna High School. He went to Smyrna, so everything's okay. I still have my loyalty there, and sometimes him and I will say, go Bulldogs, in the halls.
Oh, that's getting out.
Yeah, that's
Did you hear that,
out.
Sherry Sutherland? Larry Creasy
Yeah.
said, go Bulldogs.
I know.
But you know that. We know that.
of
There's
course.
hashtag only one SHS.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Anyway.
true.
Just kidding.
So, yes, they are at Siegel High School.
Nice.
Yeah, Lily still is. Bella was.
Oh, man. Big times. So tell us the small story about what made you decide to do insurance.
Oh, yeah. I love this story.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
I get my popcorn.
Okay. Yeah. I got popcorn. Ready? Go. So I was just going along in my life, had my graphic design degree. That's what I have a major in visual communications with an emphasis in graphic design. So I was doing that, became a stay-at-home mom. And then 2011, we had a couple of claims. I mean, we're in Tennessee, right? So I had a water claim, and then I had a roof claim because we live in Walter Hill. So everybody knows that area is kind of known for strong winds and tornadoes. So I had 2 claims. Keep in mind, for 10 years, no claims, never really needed insurance. So with that being said, I didn't know my insurance agent, kind of really didn't know my company because I was with an independent agent. So I got switched around a lot. So I wasn't even really positive who I was with. Filed the claims, had pretty good experiences with it, got the roof replaced, the water fixed. And then 30 days later, I got this hate mail that said that they were canceling me. I was considered too high risk and that I had 30 days to find another company. And because I'd had those 2 claims, they had flagged me for being a high risk client. So I couldn't find any insurance company that would take me. So I stumbled into a farmer's insurance agency in Smyrna. It was actually a district office at the time, Mark Lewis. and him and I grew up together.
His
and
name's on the Smyrna High School softball
oh,
scoreboard.
okay. Well, there you go. Great guy. Great guy. Great guy. I grew up with him, and I walked in there and I said, "Can you help me? I'm pretty sure you can't. No one else has." And he said, "I got just the guy for you." And this dude came out from the back named Gabriel Frazier. I'm not sure if anyone knows him or not.
Oh my gosh, Gabe Frazier!
Yeah. I call him Peyton Manning. Don't you think? I feel like he
A little
looks
bit.
like Peyton Manning.
A little bit.
He
Yep.
calls me Katy Perry. I don't really see that. I just let him do that. But and I call him.
I do see that.
My hair used to be black, so I mean, maybe that's kind of it. But
No, it's the cute face and eyes. I think I see
maybe
it.
that's it.
I see it.
So Gabe had just started with Farmers, and he was actually able to write my insurance. So Gabe was my insurance agent, and in having that conversation, Mark, because I knew him he's a family friend, was like, "Why don't you do some marketing work for me here?" And I was like, "What? I don't know what you mean." He was like, "Just do some marketing. You have graphic design background." So I started doing that. And as I was working in the office, I would see Gabe be able to go to different events that Monica was having or the kids. And I saw other agents because, again, this was the district office. So it housed many agents. And saw them having a really flexible schedule. They weren't working for someone else. They were working for themselves.
Yeah.
And it just made me realize, I wonder if this is something I could do. Probably not. I have no insurance background. But then I started pursuing it and looked at what it would take to become an insurance agent, studied for 3 weeks and passed all my licenses and all the tests. And from there, a whirlwind happened. I just started how to open my business. What does that look like? Where do I go? Where do I put my agency? And that's been 11 years. And
11 years.
11 years.
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's been so great because my biggest thing, how I started this story, is I did not know who my agent was, nor did I know who my insurance company was, my coverage. I didn't know what a deductible was. So I try my hardest, me and my employees, to make sure that you know who your agent is, which is myself, and that you know what your coverage is. And we try to do yearly reviews. We're always trying to stay on top of it. I just want to make sure that someone doesn't end up in the same position that I was in 12 years ago. So.
Well, as a client, I can say you're killing it.
Oh, thanks, Missy.
Because I love that when I have a question, I can just email you guys and you respond, or I can call, and then it's a fun game of who answered the phone. Is it Kelly or is it Kenzie? It's just like things are calling Farmers Agency. How can I help you? And it's like, Kelly. She's like, yes. I'm like,
You got it right.
It's like my own game. I get to guess because they do sound. If you don't know, you should call because they sound so much alike on the phone.
You should. Trent, do it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be like, because it was funny. I was watching Marissa call you. And she even said like, "Hey sis," and whatever, and she was like, why are you, she even said, "Hey sis," and I was like, I know, that's what Kelly does.
I know she does. And Kelly Eeks, that is my office manager, has been with me since the beginning. Like for 2 months, it was just me, and I hired her on right at the beginning. So
I'm going to tell a fun story.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I don't know if Kelly knows this. So Kenzie and I took a really cool class together in executive leadership through Rutherford Cable, which is a women's networking group, and who Kenzie's about to be president of. Deep breaths.
Can you hear me?
But anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
But at the time, it was the question was brought up: how can I motivate my teammates? And so we all just gathered around and talked about how to do that. And every week she would come back and be like, "Kelly is killing it." And it was so fun to just hear how Kelly was growing and growing and growing, because you were at the time, gosh, you were like 2 or 3 years old.
Yes, I was a baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was just really fun to have Kenzie come in and tell about how Kelly was doing really, really well. And my favorite thing about that class was, and her name just slipped, Emmeline. That's right. She would just roll up, because Kenzie's really quiet in a group. I'm not kidding. This is not a lie. In a group, she's really quiet. But Emmeline would roll up and be like, "I want to know what Kenzie has to say." And Kenzie was like, "Oh, I'm on the spot." But it was such a great thing because I was deciding what I wanted to be when I grew up.
That's when you found out what you wanted to be when you grew up. I was a part of that.
I know.
feel like a small part.
Yeah, Dr. Josh Aaron at MTSU, who now runs the entrepreneurship program, it was amazing because he still asked me about the little red cup that had oatmeal in it. I was like, I took it.
Stayed in the sink for all them days. That you would clean.
He's like, how's that red cup doing? I'm like, that red cup's doing great. I eat my oatmeal in it and I clean it out right after I'm done.
Yeah. Just like that's exactly Missy.
Anyway,
that's what you
but that
do.
was fun to watch. Even though I was focused on what I was doing, like just to hear the wins from other people, it was really cool. So Kenzie would always come in and brag about you, Kelly.
Yes, I did, Kelly.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I saw you wink. I wanted to wink. I kind of keep forgetting that we're live, like where they can see me.
Yes.
So I just want to kind of look a little.
Yeah, you can look. You can like
do that a
dead
lot.
on and be like, I love you, Kelly.
Love you. Was that good?
That was good.
A little quiet.
That was good. That was heartfelt. No, do it like you always do it.
What I always do. Like lovers, is what you mean? Lovers, Kelly.
You leave. She's like, lovers.
Lovers. I do.
She does. Anyway, back to the story.
Okay.
So as a business owner, let's talk about biggest struggle. What is the biggest struggle? In my mind, I would say your biggest struggle is there's so many insurance agents. Is that really a struggle, or Rutherford County is pretty big.
It is. It was. I'll say this. That was my biggest struggle for many years, because here's the thing. There's an insurance agent on every corner, but more importantly, in my industry, it's hard to last. Like, I couldn't tell you how many times those first few years I was like, do you mind if I just quote your insurance? And people would be like, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if you'll be here another year. Like, I've had an agent and they've gotten out of the industry, and it's like, man, I have to really prove myself that I'm going to stay and I'm legit. So no, that is a very big struggle at the beginning. I would say now, because there's such a disruption in our industry with how many claims we've had and how many losses, it's been very hard to navigate through our rate increases.
Right.
And it's nationwide. Well, I didn't mean to say that as a insurance
It's not
company.
an insurance company.
It's countrywide. There's a countrywide insurance too. What did you say?
Man, it is all
USA
across America.
Yes, it's all across America. Everyone's having some issues with that, and it's kind of hard to be able to. I really have to sell myself that even through this rate increase, you're with me. And I've got your back, but also you're with a company that's been around for 100 years, and we're not going anywhere. And if something does happen, you're 100% covered. You don't have to worry about, is this claim am I going to get paid? And that's what I always say. You find out who your insurance company is not just the day to day, but when something happens and you actually need them, that's when you know the full benefit of your insurance company. So I would say just really trying to sell that, because it's tough times. Everyone's having to count their pennies and really pay attention to that. It's hard to offset that and sell the value of what I am in my agency. So that would say
I get that. And it's interesting though, because I got an email this year that was like, hey, Missy, just giving you an update. As much as we hate it, rates are increasing, blah, 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 but just know. And it was the most encouraging email. So I was like, hey, Steven, our insurance is going up, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember. It was like, I can't remember. It's like $100-something a year. I can't remember. But it was, and I was like, and he was like, okay, because he knows 100% like when stuff happens. Because that's the first thing when I got home from my accident, he's like, you okay? I was like, he said, did you call Kenzie? I was like, actually, no. And then I told this. So this is the coolest thing that I love. So I have the Signal app on my phone, which kind of monitors like your driving habits and stuff, and gives me a discount, which is amazing. Never punishes you, but it's a game in our house. Who has the highest percentage?
Do you ever win?
No, my husband wins because he just won't answer the phone.
Yeah, Michael does too.
He refuses to answer the phone ever because he's like, I'm not gonna break my streak.
Right. Michael is so competitive, he just won't.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, but if I call you twice, you're gonna answer, right? And he's like, it'll have to be 3 times.
Yeah.
And then I'll know it's like really an emergency. And then I'll
Yeah.
pull over.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, for like months, he had like 100% streak. I was like, anyway. So I was involved in an accident, and I was okay. And then I'm like shaking up. Luckily, there was an off-duty police officer that came up, and everybody was like, "Are you okay?" And I look over, and the guy was moving. I'm like, "Okay, we're okay." And then I see it on my phone, which sits on my hands-free on my thing.
Of course.
It rang. It says Farmers Insurance, and I was like, "What?" And so I answered the phone. It says, "Hi, we're with Farmers Insurance." And it's an automated thing. It says, "We've detected that you've been in a crash. Have you been in a crash? Press 1 for yes or 2 for no." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yes, I've been in a crash." And it was like, "Do you require an emergency vehicle?" And I was like, no. The dude just said he called someone. So I said, no. And it says, "Do you require a tow truck?" And I'm like, "No, they're probably going to get this taken care of pretty quick." And I was like, "No." And then after everything was said and done, the police officer released me. I looked at my phone and there was a text that said, "Hey, we think you've been in a crash. If you do not respond, we're going to call you." So there was a text immediately, and then because I didn't answer, they called me. And I was like, "What?"
Yes.
And then I have Life 360 as well. So my husband was calling me like right after. I was like, "I can't be seen on the phone. I don't want them to think I was on the phone." The whole thing. But yeah, it was just so cool to know that if I had been somewhere in the middle of nowhere, it was there. And I think that on top of having an agent who really cares. So it's the coolest thing. Like I literally never have to worry.
Thanks for saying that.
And then even Steven, he was like, "Did you call Kenzie?"
That is
I was like,
awesome.
"No, but let me tell you, farmers called me." But anyway, so yeah, super smooth.
Yeah.
So that can be a big struggle because yes, everything's going up. Like food, everything's going up. So and as an event person, like when I tell somebody that it's going to cost you this much a person for food, they're like, "Can you get it down?" I'm like, "No, I really can't."
Yeah. There's no wiggle room.
Right now at this per person rate, he's getting paid $5 a person. So if I ask him to cut into his profit anymore,
then why is it worth it for him?
Yeah. So I'm the one that believes that small businesses just get paid what they're worth. And there are people who can help when I need it, when I'm like, "Hey, I really need a break." And they're like, "Okay, we got you." Because they know I'm going to keep coming back to them all the time. So
yeah.
So we talked about struggle. What would you say is your biggest win other than being 11? You're like double digits. You're a tween.
I'm almost I am a tween.
You're a tween.
I am. Oh my gosh. I'm super excited about next year. 12 has always been my number. Like since I was straight born. I mean, everything. I got married on the 12th. Well, I won't go into all the details, but next year's going to be good.
It's going to be the best.
Big 12. Yes. So my biggest win, I would say, and I've heard a lot listen to the podcast because I listen to it every single week, is the staffing. And for 11 years, apart from Kelly, because I've been super blessed to have her since the beginning, from Kelly on, I've went through multiple employees, just trying to get that right fit for that third person. And it's been very difficult because being a small business owner, I know that I'm Farmers and it's a big company, but I'm not I'm the one that pays my employees.
Right.
I'm not like other agencies and other companies that have the backing and that funding coming in.
Right.
So it has been very challenging to get staff in. But my win is I have Shelby Hooper.
Love Shelby.
Yes, she's been with me a year and a half now. She is amazing. She had about 12 years of insurance experience coming in. She was referred and she is amazing. And then another girl, Alexis Davis, she's fairly new. She's been with me about 3 months, but I've known her all my life. All her life. She's 21.
Yeah.
I'm a little older than that.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a smidge. So she came from a really high volatile customer service environment where she was being told off a lot, very difficult conversations in the industry. So when she comes to me, she already has great phone etiquette and she answers the phone so pleasantly and she knows how to segue if she has to do it. And I feel like for once in 11 years, us 4 girls have really connected and we're really working together good. So I would say at this point, that's my biggest win.
So the engine's running on all cylinders.
I feel like it is.
It's a 4-cylinder engine.
It's a 4-cylinder
which gets the best gas mileage, by the way.
It does.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters, right?
Yay for 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's awesome. So yeah, staffing is huge. And that I will say as a small business owner, that's the part that scares me is taking that on and being responsible for somebody else's livelihood.
Right.
And, and that is what Marissa likes to call fear of success. And so I have that small fear of success, like succeeding enough that I need another person and then being able to afford the other person.
Yeah. Right.
So so that's a great win. Good deal. So what is one thing that you wish people knew about you that they might not already know? So we know you're a Bulldog for life. We know that you were born and raised here. Thanks
born.
for rubbing that in.
Yeah, not on vacation.
You've been 11 years. What's one thing you wish people knew about you?
What is one thing I wish people knew about me?
She has the
Missy?
coolest husband.
I do have a really, really cool husband. I mean, they always say marry your best friend, and I did. And we have so much fun together. Can that be it? I try to bring him along to events. He'll come to most any Missy events. He's kind of like Stephen Lay. He's a little bit of a wallflower. If he doesn't really know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to engage him. But if he gets comfortable, then he's the life of the party. So I've been trying to.
That
Hey,
is not Stephen Lay, by the way. He's not the life of the party ever.
I mean, sometimes
Stephen, we refer to Stephen Lay as the ghost. He shows up at the end and in the beginning to save the day, and then he's just gone.
Okay, like you never knew he left.
Yeah.
All right.
We actually hung lights at Oakland's, and I said, Connor, let's take a picture of my husband and I working. Never happened.
Never
Just
happened.
totally
He was a
never happened.
ghost.
He was a ghost.
Aww.
But anyway, so yeah.
Maybe that. I'm trying to think of something else they don't know about me. I don't know, Missy. I'm sorry.
She has a very welcoming office.
I have a very welcoming office. I'm on the north side of town. So come over. You can come see me at any point. We're open every single day. If I'm not there, someone's there. Come in and see us. I am really trying to get into TikToks and videos. I don't know if you've seen a couple of
before
mine.
TikTok, like you did some fun stuff. Like you had like
Yeah.
workout Wednesdays or
I
something.
did.
Yeah. So you were cool
did.
before TikTok. That's
I
all right.
was cool. Maybe that. Already said my kids play volleyball. I don't know. I feel like that means I'm an open book. Most people
Yeah.
I'm very transparent.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So how about that?
That's great.
Okay.
And Michael's cool.
And Michael's cool.
Yeah, we'll
Michael
throw that
is
one in
cool.
on the side. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael.
Wink, wink. Okay. All right, let's take a pause and hear from our sponsor, Cultivate Co-working. Awesome. Thank you, Cultivate Co-working, which is the best co-working space in all of the land. Gretchen has built a great thing there.
Y'all
And
have the whole space now? Is that legit? No,
No.
not yet. Okay, whoops. Something they did not know.
Yeah,
Okay.
hang tight, boys and girls. Cultivate
Okay.
Co-working is going to be expanding whenever our biggest client, CMS, moves out to their new building, which is going to be great. So, but we are definitely open for after-hours events, co-working space. We have conference room space, so super cool. And I am a community cultivator at Cultivate Co-working, which my husband claims is a made-up title.
No,
but
it's not.
It's not. Well, it was made up just for me.
Yeah.
I am a community cultivator.
You are. 100%.
All right, let's do our this or that.
Get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you get with this because this is where it's at.
This is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buddy.
Okay, so I have some fun questions just for you.
Okay.
So chocolate or peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Crunchy or smooth?
Smooth.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
no.
in my car right now. If
Are you
anyone needs
Ted
peanut butter,
Lasso? Do you have
all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
amazing.
That's my staple, peanut butter.
That's shout out to one of my favorite new podcasts, Peanut Butter and Biscuits.
Ooh.
Would you rather have a pet guinea pig or a pet snake?
I guess a guinea pig. I'd rather have something hairy. I guess. I don't want the snake.
Would you rather hike on a trail or swim in a watering hole?
Hike on a trail.
Okay.
I love hiking. It's so fun. We were just in Maine this past weekend and we hiked, and it was we hiked at Hobbit Land. Yes, y'all. It was 172 acres of little bridges and waterfalls. I know Trent is still laughing, but look it up. Hobbit Land in Maine. It's close to Augusta, but hiking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it
Which
was
is
really
the
cool.
capital of Maine.
It is.
Yeah. We smarty pants.
Mhm.
Okay. Would you rather have a brand new home
Mhm.
or a super nice RV?
I'm a camper. I think I'm going to say RV, especially since Missy's about to take an out west trip. Could you imagine going in a super nice RV
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine.
all the way out west? I'll say RV.
Oh, I believe it. I knew that was going to be tough for you.
Yeah, that was tough because I have an old house. So I was like, gosh, wouldn't it be great to have a new one? Nah,
Nah.
RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it home on the road.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, do you happen to have a nugget of wisdom?
Yes, I do. I do. I
Oh,
wrote.
it's time for our
Okay.
Be Present nugget of wisdom.
Yes. So you know how you pick a word every year? That's like that's your word for the year.
Yeah.
So I decided that mine's allow because I am very I'm always worried about failing. I'm always worried I'm not doing a good job. I'm worried that people are talking about me like, oh, she isn't doing a good job. I'm not being the perfect mom, wife, daughter. So I picked allow as my word. And Lady Gaga said this, and this is what made me pick the word allow. I allow myself to fail. I allow myself to break. I'm not afraid of my flaws. So that really spoke to me, and that's my word.
Oh my gosh, what wisdom from Gaga.
From Gaga.
I will allow myself to fail. I will allow myself to break.
I'm not afraid of my flaws.
Because
'Cause I'm
baby,
very
I was
afraid of my
born this
flaws.
way
Yeah.
on vacation. But
Yeah.
anyway,
On vacation.
that's good.
Do you have one?
My words of wisdom
Mr.
always
Franklin.
come from the great Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or Jermaine.
Yeah. I'm gonna save it because
Okay.
it's a spoiler.
Okay.
But anyway, I think it's very important. Forgiveness is very important. Like when somebody wrongs you, there's a saying, and I'll botch it, but it's something about harboring anger against someone, not forgiving someone is giving someone free rent in your own head.
I love
that is-
that one.
And he tells Jamie, I'm not going to forgive him. He goes, oh, no, it's not for him. It's for you.
Yeah.
That's
powerful.
Yeah. So I too am worried about people saying things about me, whatever. I just want people to know that I love this community and I would never do anything to hurt or damage the community. But I always hear people saying things, and that's okay.
It's okay.
That's okay.
Allow it.
Yep. I let it roll off my back and then keep trudging.
It does get stuck though sometimes. Don't you feel like you're trying to let it roll off your back?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
Get
yeah.
off. Stop thinking about it.
And that's why my husband said I could never work in the school system because he would constantly have to tell me, no, you cannot take them home. So, yeah. So I care a lot. And that is not a weakness.
No.
That is a huge strength.
It's a huge strength.
So I will allow myself to fail. I will allow myself to break. I am what?
Not afraid of my flaws.
Yep. Yeah. So if I've let any of you down, you let me know because I'll make it right.
She will.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So tell us how to find Keene Agency on all the interwebs.
I'm the worst at this. My phone number is 615-603-7817. My address is 2670 Memorial Boulevard, Suite C, Murfreesboro, 37129, north side of town. And then my website is www.farmers.com/Keene. And then follow me on Facebook. I think it's the Keene Agency.
It is.
And Instagram is linked to that. So I think it's the Keene Agency.
Yep.
So we'll go with that.
Yay.
Yay.
Now I'm wondering, do I follow the Keene Agency? I know we're friends on Instagram, but do I follow the Keene? Yep. See, I got to spend a whole
You've
day.
got homework right now. You have to do it.
Okay.
Actually,
so
stop this right now and do it.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up and I'm going to.
Done.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming back and
Thank you
giving
for
us
having
the
me.
recap now that you're 11 years
11
old.
years old. I know.
Next year, 12 years.
12.
What's the date? Like what month is the?
December 12th.
Of course it is. 12/12.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Was it of 12?
I don't think it was. Can I say it? Can I lie? No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
12/12/11.
Yeah, 12/12/11.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So at 12/12/11, you'll celebrate 12 years.
Yes.
That's
That is
awesome.
true.
We're excited.
Yes.
We're so
Thank
glad
you.
that you're part of the community.
Thanks.
And vice president of Locally Owned Murfreesboro.
I know.
I didn't even talk about all the great things that you do for Locally Owned.
We haven't.
But
I do have my shirt.
Yeah.
See?
Support
Me and
local
Trent matched
everything.
it. I know you can't see them, but we do.
Yeah. And I'm repping my biz.
Wild Goose Chase. Wait, Wild Goose Chase.
With the W. Wild
G-
Goose.
E.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
W-G-C.
That's one thing that y'all don't know about Kenzie.
I do know sign language.
She's fluent in sign language.
Yes. I am.
Man, she's a fountain.
That was a
That's a
There you
fountain.
go.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to take it back. We're going to have you guest host with us sometime.
Oh, I can't wait.
How about next time? You want to guest
Okay.
host? Okay.
Yes,
sweet.
let's do
All right.
it.
We will talk to you guys next Wednesday.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Locally Owned Murfreesboro, the podcast. New episodes every Wednesday on all your favorite podcast platforms. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Locally Owned Borough.